In this video, I'm gonna show you how you can measure your social engagement and why you should do it. So my name's Eric Siu. I am the host of the Growth Everywhere podcast, where I've interviewed over 300 entrepreneurs, and I'm also the co-host of the Marketing School podcast, which is a daily marketing podcast that gives you marketing tips. And I also do that with my co-host, Neil Patel. So a lot of people, when we talk about social media, people come to us all the time. It's like, oh, you know, we want to grow our social following. We just want more followers. But does it matter at all if you have a billion, that's with a B, if you have a billion followers, what does that mean? If nobody engages with you at all, it doesn't mean anything. Because if they're not engaging with you, they're not going to come back to your website. They're not really resonating with the content that you're putting out in the first place. Engagement could be people writing a comment on your blog post, liking an Instagram image, or liking a Facebook status. That just shows if your stuff is working or not. It's just a simple metric. But in order to measure engagement, I think a lot of people, where it falls short, especially when it comes to social media, is they focus on the wrong metric. Followers, followers, followers. I think once you have followers correct and you have good engagement, then you're in a good spot. Looking at Instagram, for example, when you're considering a good engagement rate, it might be around 5%, it might be around 10% or so. It just depends on the size and the volume that you're at, and it depends on also the niche that you're focusing on. It could be like travel, food, for example. Food might get really high engagement because people are hungry all the time. For example, I'm hungry right now, but I'm still doing this video for you. Anyway, the way you can measure engagement is simple. Let's say your follower count is about 1,000. You do an Instagram post and it reaches about 100 people, and 10 people like it. Most people think the engagement rate is the 10 people liking it divided by the 1,000, okay? In that case, it'd be 1%. But actually, the way Instagram measures it is you are taking the 10 people liking it divided by the reach. So it's actually 10%. That is your engagement rate. So it just depends on how you measure it. Just think about that. So it's really simple. Think about engagement rate. Don't think about followers. I'm trying to keep this really simple, short, and to the point. So if you enjoyed this video, let us know in the comments what you're gonna do to increase your engagement rates, what your engagement rate is right now, and we will see you in the next video.